do me a thing real quick.
I'm losing D20s. Sorry, D6s. They're going everywhere.
Could you imagine a game that, like Star Wars D6, where we replace a D6 with D20s? Roll 5 D20s.
Not that much worse than World of Darkness, where it's D10s. Or I think Mechton did the same thing.
Mechton was D10s.
Yeah, and I think it did a similar like die pool system.
You can make the Infinity Cannon and the... I still cringe.
Alright, but anyways, returning to the rather fun night you all had, you all have been traveling along the road, along the more off the beaten path of Tanalorn towards the city of Balfurum. You were...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's... Yeah. Un momento. How's that?
Much better.
Sorry. Okay. I never know how much y'all can hear.
Yeah, I've got the same problem.
Anyways, so...
Turn it down, it burns!
Okay. But yes, on your way to Balforum to deliver a package that you have received from the strange and eccentric alchemist Forum. You passed the once city Tanalorn, which was originally part of the Ronus Empire, but had rebelled for unknown reasons, even for Kiyome. Kiyome is well versed knowledge. However, while you were also in Tanalorn, you also came across something called a Drake that is colloquially known as Dracolich, which likely did not spot you, and you have hypothesized is guarding Tanalorn somehow for whatever reason. Who did this and why, you do not know. But moving on, you decided to leave that to someone else so you can report that.
Well, more specifically, we're reporting it so we can get help when we come back.
Exactly, and that's actually it.
Though I'm kicking myself because I looked it up, and the only thing I can find in Pathfinder that resembles that is only CR7. I'm assuming that's not actually it, but...
Yeah, no. No. Ew. Moving on. You moved from Tanalorn, traveling along the the not so ancient but now mostly decrepit road, since not many have traveled it since the fall of Tanalorn, almost. And on the way, almost, I think you were like less than a week, maybe a few days from the next independent city. During the night, you were accosted by dark figures who Len found out they were Drow, and handily defeated them, and with two being captured. One is charmed through Kiyome's ways. The other is currently, probably still, on fire and had an arrow near his throat. An arrow shot by his own ally, as it were. And from there, we resume.
So they're all gone now?
They're either gone or dead. They're either captured or dead. From the ones that you have found.
No, I think that's me.
Yeah, that was the character.
Okay, sorry.
Near as I can tell, did you charm this guy over here or something?
Yeah.
It wasn't me. Oh.
Yeah, I did.
Can you find out if he speaks common or if I have to translate for you?
Let's see. What did you use again on him?
I used suggestion.
Suggestion. Thank you.
I told his ass to sit down or die.
And if he's under suggestion, I think that has a duration, so you should be able to find that out before it wears off, I think.
1 hour per level.
Yeah, I told him to sit down and have a talk with us. It's 1 hour per level, or until he completes it.
Actually, luckily this one does seem to understand you.
I'm pretty sure it'd be nice either way.
I'd like to cast create water over the guy currently on fire.
You may. So, let's see, create water. Is that a spell level?
It's a cantrip.
Okay, cantrip, so it's free. Just... So you summon a gout of water over fire, distinguishing it, but it's still bright thanks to Kiyome. And the man kind of just still is shriveled up both from the light, and he's in a real bad way, shriveling up from the light because it's blinding him, curled up from the fire, burning him physically, and at the arrow that's in his throat currently. And the water is a somewhat welcome thing. You douse the fire.
Yeah. I would like to manacle him and then treat him for the arrow wound.
Okay. So while you're doing that, Kiyome is going to head up there.
Yep.
Go ahead and make a heal check.
Yes. Nice.
Very nice. Now, what specifically were you doing? Trying to help his, basically,
The arrow wound to his throat. I imagine it would be rather delicate to remove.
Yes, especially at first, how he struggles against you, sort of, but in trying to take care of it himself, though thankfully the light is also away now, and so he's kind of, yeah, you can kind of see his eyes now that his hood has been thrown back. You have not had to meet many drow yourselves, though, unless he has. Has Kalesh come across drow before?
No, but I imagine he's heard of the same rumors of their existence that most people have.
You mean aside from coming across the one that's in the guild?
Well, I mean, like, I assume you meant, like, before now, like, before the guild.
Yes, before now, yes. And... What? You were saying something?
No, I'm just thinking.
Okay. But yes, very dark, almost. His is, very dark, very... It's more dark than it is purple. Like, it's more a very small shade of purple. His, as you can tell, silver hair. Actually, yes, silver. And from distinguishing the features, you can... you're not exactly sure how drow age works in this particular time, but he seems maybe a little bit more older than Len from what you have seen of his face from the very few times you have even seen it, or actually probably more of Len's face. Very similar in age, maybe a little older.
Okay.
He does kind of struggle at first against you, but when he feels actual healing from you, I'm actually going to make a thing.
It's gonna be okay now. You're not stabbing at me.
He had dropped his weapon long ago. Okay. You're looking into his eyes, which also seem to be very... actually, let me see if there's a way to explain it.
Seventh Sanctum, random eye generator.
Oh, no, I'm trying to figure out how Pathfinder does their eyes, if at all
Pathfinder,
it's
they have
different.
the no pupil.
Yeah, it's the Riddick eyes, if I remember correctly.
It's just whites.
Yeah, so... yeah. So yes, for just pure pupilless eyes, look back at you, and at first he does struggle, but feeling the healing that you are doing, and also trying to actually, you seem to be talking to him and something. You remove the arrow as he kind of tries to relax as best he can. You remove it without incident and quickly bandage it up.
Okay. After removing the arrow, how bad off does he look? I know he's been inflamed and attacked a few times. Is he particularly haggard outside of the burns?
He's looking pretty beat up, but surprisingly, seems like he could keep going actually over a little bit. But pretty beat up.
Okay.
And unless you try to restrain him in some way, he does try to kind of
Well,
very kind of unless you kind of try to restrain him.
Last session.
Oh, did you?
I know. I know. Just now, I mentioned manacles.
Yeah.
Okay. So you did manacle him?
Yeah, before I went to take out the arrow.
Okay. Okay. On his legs and feet, or on his hands and feet. Yeah.
I should have enough for both, but my first thought would have been his arms, so to limit any kind of casting or strangling of anyone.
No, he actually. At first, he tries to kind of skitter away, kind of. At first.
You're not going to get very far. Is he still insisting on skittering away?
Yes.
Can I reach over with the Kopesh to catch the chain links in the curve of the blade to kind of pull him back?
Go ahead.
Okay, what kind of a roll would that be?
Let's go with it. Let's go with CMB. I think that's probably one of the better ones to go with because it's sort of a grapple.
Okay. Since I'm using my Kopesh, do I add in the stuff for that as well?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Oh man, 10.
10 total.
Yeah, 10 total. I rolled a 3.
Wow. Wait, that's you. Wait, CMB is base attack bonus, plus strength, plus...
Plus applicable bonuses, I believe is how it's phrased.
CMB Pathfinder. Because that sounds very low, even for this. Because, oh, wait, no. That's plus 10. That's right. Yeah, base attack plus strength. Okay, never mind. Fair enough. But yes, you try to do it with Kopesh, but he gets out of the way. However, going over it, he's still very dazed from the daylight that Kyome had flashed straight into his eyes and stumbles onto the ground.
Okay. Let's see. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any pitons or anything hidden. I'll just grab. If I can, I'll just grab the chain. Move over and grab the chain.
Okay.
Can that be another C&B check?
No, at this point he's actually seemingly... you kind of get, from your other senses, that from your other sense, it's distraught and, even a little bit of fear.
They don't ambush us. Shouldn't we be afraid? Actually, why did you ambush us?
In the meantime, while Kalesh was doing that, what is everyone else doing?
I was looting bodies because you said you were going to give us XP and loots for that.
Right. And for that... Let's see. Excuse me. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6. Yep. Okay. You all gain, for XP wise, at first, 6,420. Actually, let's boost that to a flat 7,000. Flat 7,000 XP.
Level.
Awesome.
So yes, after this rest, you will be able to... You will be...
Level 7.
Mm-hmm.
What loot?
And for loot... We are doing medium... I said medium, right? Or are we doing...
Medium.
So yes, just over the threshold of medium. Okay? Alright. So, for weapons... this one's actually fairly straightforward for me, thankfully. This one. For this... let's see, it's... 2... It is actually. I'll just write that out. 2. Dang it. And forgot. 2. And, oh yeah, armor as well. It would be... All of them have... what I'm going to call... shadowed leather.
Ooh.
Len, as you're inspecting these clothing, either a spellcraft check or a craft check. Yes.
Spellcraft is 14, craft armor is 16, so we'll go with armor.
Okay. For this particular stuff, it's not necessarily enchantment as it is the materials itself. It seems as it's a little bit of arcane, but also a little bit of alchemical. So it seems somehow as if the leather armor itself has been weaved with shadow almost, with darkness. For these, when wearing this set of leather armor, you get you get an advantage on stealth rolls in darkness.
Awesome. Let's see, as I recall, nobody used short bows.
New.
And Sierra doesn't use magic weapons, otherwise I'd say, yay, take this +1 rapier.
Can you turn that +1 rapier into a +2 rapier to replace my +1 rapier?
No.
Damn.
That's enchantment,
Oh.
that's enchantment, not blacksmithing. So, there is a...
Actually, I only have a +1
There
rapier.
is
That's a +1 rapier of keen.
I'd
That
say
would be
there's
good.
a +2 keen rapier here if you want it.
Yes, you find
Ooh.
that off of the guy after the guy that tried to insult you.
I will count that as your share of the cut on this particular, encounter, though, because that's probably worth more than anything else here put together.
That's a good point. But
But it's a plus,
Otherwise, they did not actually have coin on them.
but it's a +2 keen, so
No coin, eh?
1, 2, 3.
Seemingly no coin.
There was.
Actually, there is. They do have. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was,
Keep going.
I'm double checking. There's 6 guys, so 6 shadow leathers.
6 shadowed leather armor. Oh, and for those alchemy checks, since you did make it, you're not actually able to tell what kind of alchemy went into this.
It's a mystery.
Well, it's at least alchemy that you're not familiar with.
Well, I will keep 1 for study then, so I can, do whatever you do to dissect it to find out more, so I can apply it to other stuff.
Mm.
I'm not sure if that's like forensic science or what, but I'm doing that, or will be working on that.
We'll see if it can work. Also, since you are going through all the people, perception check, please.
Perception is that me. Wow.
Mm.
I mean, it's still good, but
Mm-hmm. I'll give you an advantage because you are actually going through the armor for this specific reason. Okay, that's enough. As you're inspecting the armor, trying to figure out, like, what the hell did they do? As you're kind of, like, reaching into the nooks and crannies, like, getting a feel for it, because it feels very soft
that's like what I figured he was gonna have
for,
to do.
even for leather. This is...
That's like what I figured he's probably gonna have to do long term. Is that thing where you like take a small piece of it and like dip it in various chemicals to see how it reacts to figure out what they did.
And right now, you're just testing out, like, what it kind of feels like, if you're able to even guess what it can do. And as you're reaching into about the neck area off the armor of the duelist, the neck area in front, you come across a secret pocket near the front, near the neck, as said. And in pulling it out, you find a piece of paper.
A manual?
Not so lucky for that. And while I'm doing this, Kiyomi, go ahead and think about what you're going to be doing. Though I think yours is going to be pretty simple, or maybe not. I don't know. Just think about what you're going to be doing. You pull up the letter, and it's very well worn. Actually, not as very well worn. It's a little damp, strangely. Why, you're not particularly sure, but it is written, instead of in pure black ink, it seems to be silvery, almost. And what? Do you have Drow?
There is no Drow language. It's either a alternative to Elvish or Undercommon.
Oh yeah, Undercommon. Yeah, so. Right. Though I probably would have to... Well, as a Drow yourself, of the dialect. Let me put it that way. The dialect of Undercommon, which is Drow.
Yeah, it's a
which
dialect.
You would know.
They just don't separate it as a language.
Okay, yeah, it's the dialect. Especially since you are self half Drow, since for some reason that gives you just natural ability to read it, and plus your father would have at least had given some headway of wanting to teach you some kind of Drow just in case. You're right. It is written in the Drow dialect, and from what you're reading, it seems to be very counterintuitive. It's what you can almost say describe as a plain letter of orders to patrol west.
Okay.
And that seems to be it. It's a bit more flowery than that. This is the first time you're seeing legitimate Drow dialect, and surprisingly, it is a bit... Compared to Elvish, it's more pompous, almost, than it is flowery. Like, it's still a little flowery, but it is for just sheer pompous. Yes, though it seems to give this air of just sheer tact, very curt order.
Okay.
and at the sun, in it you do find a name. You do find 2 names of interest. Tikuri for my, and Trapia for my. I'll spell them out for you. Stripia for my, it also has the title of Lady of House for my.
Lady of House what?
For my, as said in the chat.
Okay. So the Lady of House Famai is telling people to patrol west for some reason. Nothing in the letter about what they should be looking for?
Give me... Do you have linguistics? I think it's...
I do not have ranks in it, no.
Okay.
I do.
That's it. However, I do speak both Elven and Undercommon, and, as you said, I also speak Drow, so...
Give me one more perception check, please.
Come on, you can suddenly don't fuck me. Alright, that wasn't bad.
Okay. And also give me an intelligence check, please. Just pure intelligence. Very good. You're still not able to see anything because as you're thinking more about it, this seems, from everything you've seen of this was prepared. This was a very planned ambush. This wasn't a simple patrol. From what your father has told you, this was a planned raid. But the letter says otherwise.
So, as in the attack on our camp was a planned raid?
Yes.
So they were specifically coming after us.
The action does not fit with the parameters of the letter. Let me go to that one.
So either the guy, planned the raid himself, or the letter is a misdirection in case they got caught. Well, I will relay this to my party.
Okay.
So they can interrogate about it.
Alright. And in the meantime, Kyome, what would you have done with the one that is currently sitting there and doing nothing, but staring forward? And secondly, did you turn off your sunlight?
Yes, I would do that.
Okay, so he isn't that. So he's actually staring forward instead of just squinting his eye as in just sheer pain. Okay, continue.
Once I get to him, I would actually ask him how injured he is and if he would be able to walk.
Suggestion? Just double checking.
Because the specifics of my suggestion was to sit down and have a talk with us to find out why you attacked us. That's the specifics of my suggestion.
Okay.
I'm just starting the conversation to get him to start talking.
As you approach, his fate, his hood has also been. Actually, his hood and face mask seem to have kept in place through the entire fight. And he speaks to you in actually rather Pretty fluent common, even though the hint of the dialect is still there. I am. Oh, just. I am fine. I am fine, Surface Walker.
So, why did you go after us and attack us?
It was orders
Orders from who?
from the matrons. I follow the orders of I followed the orders of that one. As he points to the one you can assume that is hypothetically Tigri. I followed the orders of Tigri, and he failed. As you can see, he had the orders. I simply followed.
Where did you guys come from?
From the underground.
In what direction from this camp? Because there'd obviously be an entrance for you to come out of.
Okay, he's essentially trying to make rolls against it at this point because it's trying to resist. Oh wow. Okay. Looks at you. You can actually see him visibly trying to go against the spell at this point. North.
Thank you. I'll take your weapons and you'll be free to go. Because I believe, wasn't your original intention to let him go and scream bloody murder about what happened?
Effectively.
So yeah, I'll take his weapons and let him go. Basically release control of it after I take his weapons.
It is better to kill me now than to let me go. Or rather, to put it so you surface dwellers, you sun lovers can make it. I would rather die than go back.
You'd rather die than go back. I'll let the person who actually decided your fate in the first place determine if you get to live or not. You just keep staying there for a little bit longer. I actually go to Lynn and ask Lynn if you would actually want to release him or not, because he wants to kill himself.
I don't kill non-combatants, so the fact that he was forced to surrender, that's how I consider him now.
Okay.
If he wants to fall on the sword later, that's on him.
With what sword?
Okay, if you want to fall on a sharp stick later.
Give me my dagger at least so I can end my life here.
Yeah, I'm not assisting your suicide.
He's speaking in common, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Heavily accented, but understandable. Common.
Why are you wishing to kill yourself?
Ask the half-breed. He knows of the mate. He should know how our matrons are.
Yeah.
It is better to die here than to go back. I will not be a Drider.
they don't take dishonor very well.
Which is the crueler fate? Letting him live with this stigma to possibly be hunted down, or to let him kill himself now?
Well, letting him kill himself now is the merciful way out.
You can also just choose to not go back and actually choose to live a different life.
And what life would that be?
I don't know. You can go join a guild, make money, have a normal life.
And you think it would be that easy? You think it would be so easy?
I didn't say it would be easy.
Oh, if I were to step a single foot into the cities, I would be lynched on sight and my corpse burned to the gods.
There's other places you can go that wouldn't do that immediately. There's this one island that has a guild. It's very respected, and they don't care what species you are. I mean, I wish you luck in getting there. We're pretty far away from it now. But hey, it's better than being turned into a drider. And it's better than killing yourself. That's the way you want to put it. I mean, is that wrong?
No.
I've already given out my vote.
Fine. Then release me from this spell, and I will be on my way.
Oh, you just finished talking to us, so it would be over in 3, 2, 1.
Ask him about the stuff that I learned that I was relaying to the party.
No, you did not.
Actually, no.
And actually, it's an hour per level, so it still works.
Until he completes those suggestions, but because you mentioned that, I actually asked about those two people and about the letter.
Tigri. For Mac. That is him. Pompous little shit, really. For second boy of his house. Matron Trapira as well. The matron of the house. They are 10th house of Drow so far. Though, with this expedition and he kind of looks around for a moment, and with the fact that he's gone, I have a sinking suspicion that they will not be 10th for long.
So, this letter says that you were supposed to be on a patrol. What would have made him want to go after us? It's not like we're posing any threat towards your people exactly.
You are not. Not directly. Orders are orders, and I follow them to the letter.
So the real reason is been in the grave now.
He had the actual orders. I do not look at That's it. That second boy's trash.
Alrighty. Is there anything else you guys want to ask him?
Not off the top of my head.
What secrets were you wishing that your friend here, the one you shot, what did you wish him not to divulge?
He looks to the younger drow, who is very much on the ground, and just you're getting more of a defeated sense now, even more, and resignment, and still the fear to save him.
I think he was trying to spare him from being dried up.
To save myself also, but since he left, to spare him. He is young. He should not have to suffer such fate. I have lived a long life. I have seen what those above and those below both do. And to be honest, we're both horrible bastards.
So it sounds like we're not going to get anything else from him, because he doesn't know anything else.
It also sounds like more of a cultural thing would go on.
So, would it be better to give him a second life and throw him at the guild to give him directions to go towards? And let them figure out how to get there?
If he wants to take them.
Because it sounds better than suicide and becoming a dreader. Even if it's going to be a long journey. Do we actually have a spare map?
Pretty sure we can write him a list of directions.
And what are we going to do with the injured ones?
Just tell me where it is. It is, what isle is it?
Veneno?
Veneno. Really? Veneno. You are from there?
Yep.
Yes, we are.
With that, he looks around, and he just sits there for a while. He seems to be contemplating something. Going to the younger one. How is the younger one, you said?
I assume the younger one's a bit calmer now.
Meaning he's not fidgeting around and all that, yes.
Okay.
I mean, the next thing would be to offer him if he wants to die, or become a drider, or live a new life.
Let's see. You said Drell was Undercommon?
Or Elvish. It seems to be, they speak Undercommon, but the Drow language itself is a dialect of Elvish, according to the book, anyway.
Did this younger one seem to be responding to my tone or what I was actually saying when I was talking to him earlier?
Your tone.
Okay. Well, I can't effectively talk with him.
Oh, I can translate.
Okay. What I would like to do then is if I need to kneel, I will just kind of be on whatever level the younger one is at. Not that I'm particularly tall.
He is on the ground, though. He is straight lying down on the ground.
Okay.
His face is kind of somewhat in the dirt.
So, do you want to command your own fate or submit to your traditions? And could I make a diplomacy check because I'm wanting him to lean towards defying his traditions, provided that I can be persuasive via translation.
The translation would have to be. I'll give you diplomacy. Well, you may do the diplomacy, though Len is also going to have to roll diplomacy for that, because you will be speaking common words.
Would that be me?
And
Would that be me rolling also, or just him rolling at disadvantage for the fact that I might need to translate?
both of you would be rolling diplomacy, essentially.
Okay.
It's just that yours kind of influences Len's words, because Len would have to pick, essentially, the words that of Undercommon to convey that, and Len might not be able to invoke the same emotions or tone as you might.
Okay. Plain 20.
I will.
Dirty 20.
Plain 20?
You want me to assist in this?
If Len can handle multiple people, talking in his ear.
Just don't try talk too fast or over each other.
Yeah, I'll assist.
I would think it's basically you try to pitch your words to each other and try to figure out what is best.
Yeah.
So if you wish to do that, go ahead. I'll do the assisting to allow you to talk back and forth to each other,
Yes.
like what you want to convey.
23 to assist, Lynn.
Do you know Undercommon?
No.
Okay.
That's why I said to assist Lynn with
Okay.
getting his
Is
words.
there any words you're trying to choose? How are you phrasing this? Also,
I would-
Look to me.
So for Kalesh, you're seeming to outright tell him, are you going to subject yourself to your own will or to your people's will? Is that it?
Yeah. That's what it boils down to.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Say,
Kiyome?
Kate is more on the idea of, for him anyway, fate is what you make. Is what he's trying to lobby.
Kiyome?
It would be
Anything
the
you
same
would-
thing. She's a nomad.
Or any particular way you're wording it?
It'd be more on an emphasis of the fact that he's younger and there's no reason for him to let life end as early as his would if he followed his traditions.
And Len. Is there anything you're adding to this?
No.
Just straight telling the word. Okay.
I do it, just straight translation as best I can.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I have to think about this.
The worst part is if we had time to rest, I could learn tongues, and this wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, I could cast I could select tongues as well.
Same
Though,
here.
I figure, well, no, I need to be around Drow more. Because I have open language slots thanks to my linguistics. So I figured if I was around a language long enough, I could just select it.
Well, actually, it has been a month, and you have been learning some books, so I can at least say you can be starting on some languages. Drow would not be, well, Undercommon would not be one of them, though. Unless Len and Lynn have gone out of their way to teach you.
If he asks, I can teach, but if he's not gonna, if he doesn't ask,
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought to ask, so...
I'd say it's not exactly a language most people think they're gonna need.
Yeah. Though now, if you do ask, I will allow you to at least know beginnings of it. Essentially, you'll have a small penalty on Undercommon. You'll only know, like, bits and pieces, essentially. But, moving on. The younger one, after hearing Len's words and a few beats, gets up and looks to Len since he is speaking. And Len, you well, this is plain for everyone, especially that are close, at least. For Len, it's close because he can see it because of dark vision. But you see straight up fear in this kid's eyes, or kid, this man's eyes. And he says to you in Drow, "What life is there up here? To suffer the sun beast, to be consumed by flame and the populace, and by the people up here? They would kill me and raise me from the dead 1,000 times to see me suffer."
Yeah, he's got a really bad impression of you guys. And I will proceed to translate.
What experience do you have that would lead to this conclusion? Or are they just stories from your people in the caves and shadows?
I imagine Len is just translating this.
Just assume I am translating.
Okay. At this point, he gets even more intense. Nearly shouting practically. They are not stories, they are truth! Truth of what the surface dwellers do to the Drow!
From the vehemency of this, does this strike me as, for lack of a better term, religious tenet, fate, or devotion?
You may believe so.
Okay.
It could be, like... I imagine Kinnara has had to deal with cults before. This is... like, cultish fear.
Okay.
Of something. Like, this is pretty much like a cult of personality thing. It's very much... And from what little you've probably read about Drow, what is there, and what Len wouldn't be talking about it as much by the sound of it. But actually, give me a knowledge check for that. Knowledge history, I think.
Okay.
This one.
I do not have knowledge history. That that was Lynn's thing.
Is this Ask the Bard?
You can try. Yeah.
Okay.
And also, there, do not forget about the special thing, and I will allow that for the natural 10 that you can get on any knowledge roll. I will allow that for any knowledge that even ones you don't have, like a rank in.
Okay.
It's going to be.
My plain knowledge roll, since I don't have the skill, was 21.
Plain knowledge.
Yeah,
Plainer.
I know without the particular skill, I'm limited into what I can actually know.
Plains doesn't necessarily help here.
Not plains. Plain as in I'm not as in the stat
Bland.
itself.
Oh, just natural knowledge.
Yeah, natural
Okay.
knowledge. Yep.
And Kyome?
A 22 in history.
Okay.
I will school this motherfucker.
Okay. And what was it for you to, just 15 you said for straight knowledge?
What, me?
Yeah.
21.
Okay. So you're able to get a Kalesh, you're able to remember, like, kind of off just random history that the Drow never really do come up in the reports that they do are very scant. So even with the 21, it's a little. There's not many reports of captured Drow. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
And that's kind of a testament of those that do get captured either somehow escape or do commit some kind of suicide. For Kyome, since you're doing an actual history, you know that reports there have been of Drow, and like recordings of Drow interactions and all that between adventurers, armies, or what have you. Very similar. It seems to be this. No one has ever. Well, some have actually gone to the Underdark before and returned, and they do write of how the Underdark is very, especially the Drow Society, has a very large stigma that it practically brainwashed to believe that when they go to the top, that the sun burns their skin, that the populace above is so zealous against their very nature of Drow, against their very existence, whether it be jealousy or sheer hatred. They will kill Drow on sight and will torture them in whatever way, shape, or form. That is what you know.
I would actually relay this information to Lynn so that he can basically dispel the lies that this kid believes because it's a cult follower. Like, this is our actual knowledge. Here's a book on it.
Well, keep in mind, though, this is brainwashing. This is... But yeah, that is the knowledge that you all have. For Len, for Len, you know this, because your father lived it. He didn't like speaking of it, and the few times he did speak of it, it was very quick.
Yeah.
Though I imagine would Len and Lynn have asked their father why he came to the surface at some point?
Yeah, I'm sure that would have come up.
And actually, yeah, it actually would come up, and you would know this because in the post, Alric would do. Alric basically revealed to you and Lynn that he owes you both a favor on behalf of your father. Because if it wasn't for your dad, he wouldn't be alive, or he wouldn't be up in the surface. He would probably either be a slave in the Underdark or worse. Because your father, from what Alric told you and what your father has told you, he was also part of the raiding parties for the surface and was very good at it. But he started seeing how, but since he did it so often, he would actually see the difference. And he started actually loving the open air, the smell of trees, of grass, of actual life, versus the fear of living in the dark, dank underground and waiting for a knife in the back. Essentially, it boiled down to he found that the Underdark was too cramped. It was hopeless. And that in here, there was life. Despite and even with the bias and all that, he wasn't actually killed on sight. Thanks to your mother. Because they actually had a little bit of a rivalry at first, too. And with that, I will let you stew on that knowledge, because I have to actually get to my meeting real quick.
Good luck.
So think about that. I'll be back. If you have any questions, ping me.
So,